You want to establish a brand and potentially turn that into a profitable business, but you don't know where to start. This takes me to the topic of today, which is discover the best niche for you. Before I get into today's discussion, let me first introduce myself to the newcomers and say, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Olerato, and for those who are coming back for the second time, the third time, or whichever time, I say welcome, welcome, and welcome. Right, so let's dive in together on today's discussion. So as I said, what are the things that you can take into consideration when you're trying to find a niche for yourself, right? The first thing is your passion and your interests. You can't really choose an area or a niche that you really don't enjoy, because remember that content creation, starting a business, having a brand, it is a lot of work, right? So you need to make sure that you do something that you know you enjoy, that even though you hit a plateau somewhere, things don't work out in some way, you know that you have the passion and you love this, rather than having something that everybody is doing, right, and that any money from it, and you just started that thing because of that whole reason. When you hit a plateau, you're gonna give up. So make sure you choose something that resonates with you or it aligns with you. So if you don't know what your passion is or what you're interested in, I suggest you watch the video right here that is going to help you find your passion. The second thing is your skills. List all your skills. Also, find out what is that area that most people ask for help in, because you realize that your passion and your skills, they are going to align in some way. So you need to find the link between the two by listing everything that you're good at. The other thing that you need to take into consideration is your experience. Which field have you engaged in? To consider professionally and personally, that in your personal life, what is it that you usually do, that you like to do, or you're good at, or that thing that comes easy to you? The same applies to your professional life. As I said, you'll find out how all this will link at the very end. If you have come this far with me, it means you like this video, so please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. It really helps, and press that bell button to get notified whenever I'm posting a new video. But now you have already found out what is it that you're passionate about. You found out what are the skills that you have. You found out the relevant experience that is gonna align with your passion and your skills. So now we do what? Market research. So probably by now you have 3 areas that you like to consider, or maybe you have one. If you have one, it's really easy for you because you can really directly start working on it. If you have 3 areas that you already have come up with that you are potentially interested in, it means you still have to do a lot more research, because personally I believe if there are different areas that you really like and you want to consider, I suggest you do one thing and then succeed in it and then do the next thing, because if you try to do all the things at once, you're really not gonna win in that way. Market research. Look for the people in that area that you're interested in. Learn from them. Find out what is it that they're doing in that field that you say you're interested in. Would you be interested in doing what they're doing? Because that is something that you potentially have to do in order to have that type of audience that you want, in order to make sales, in order to make profits. You need to potentially do what they're doing at the moment, or even do what they're doing better. Watch their interviews, read their books. Sometimes you may be interested in a field or in a niche just because most people are doing it, or maybe you say you like it but you just find out that you just glamorized it. You really don't want to do the work that it requires you to do. This reminds me of a short story. So I don't know where I had this from, and I may not say it the way I had it, right? I'm just telling you what I remember, because this takes me to the message that I want to share with you guys. That there was a good chef, and this chef said he wanted to open his own restaurant. So now he started observing and learning from the current owner of the restaurant that he was working at, and started learning everything that helps the restaurant to really stand and succeed. But by the end of that whole learning, he said he would just stick to cooking. You know why? Because he thought that cooking was the same as being the owner of a restaurant, or trying to make sure that a restaurant runs the way it should. So make sure that you choose a field or an area that you'd be willing to put a lot of work in. But now you have already made a decision that you want to get involved in a specific field. The thing that you need to do for you to start a brand or to start any business that you may have in your mind is to appear as an expert. For that to happen, you have to first solve a problem. That is our fifth point, that you need to solve the problem of your audience for them to know that you are the right person for the job if they need a certain problem to be solved, right? So that means you can establish yourself online, open a YouTube channel, post yourself, teaching them about something, about a skill that you have, teaching them about a knowledge that you have, because that way you will be seen as an expert. Basically, that is about it that I had for you today. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. It really helps, and press that bell button to get notified whenever I'm posting a new video. So yes, I'll see you on the next one.